Ask Tom on Home Show.
Remington from Caldwell, Texas, has a question about asbestos siding.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. He's stripping paint off the siding of his grandfather's 1960s home, and it has cedar shingles on it. So where's the asbestos come from? Remington writes to us, my grandfather says he bought cedar shingles coated in a white powder, which were later primed and painted. And the cedar shingles have a white powder filling the corrugations of them. And I'm worried that this substance may be asbestos, especially since I've been pressure washing it. I've only managed to find information on his asbestos cement board, but I found nothing on asbestos-coated cedar. These shingles were ordered for a company in Canada. Well, there's your problem. In the 1960s. No, sorry. But anyway, is it possible the white powder he's finding, Tom, is asbestos?
I guess it's possible, but I've never heard of such a thing, so I don't think so. I'm sure that the big issue would be lead. Lead in the paint, and you do have some remediation issues when you're dealing with lead outside. It's really not that big a deal. The whole idea behind any of this paint, if I were you, is when you're washing it and taking it down, just wear a mask. They seem to be very available lately. Everybody has one. So you can put one on, throw it away at the end of the day, more so than they ever were before. Secondly, you put plastic down, and all the chips of paint and stuff, if you just let it down on the plastic, just let it go down and dry. And then the whole idea behind lead paint renovation, and I happen to be a certified lead paint renovator, is you roll it all up and dispose of it in a garbage pail, or however you want to dispose of it. In a plastic bag is fine. But you just roll up that plastic and dispose of it with all the chips in there. A little bit on the outside's not a big deal. I wouldn't overthink this at all. I would go ahead and just consider it a paint that might have some lead in there and handle it like a lead renovation. And as far as the asbestos go, if you're concerned, the only way it's going to hurt you if you breathe it. If you're pressure washing it, it's coming off. I doubt it's turning into dust. If you're sanding it, which you wouldn't be doing, that would be a problem. And if you're real concerned about yourself, wear a mask. If you find that dust all over your clothes, you can buy some of those cover suits, those overalls, throw them away with it. They're very easy to find at almost all of the stores now, mainly paint stores. I think would be a good place to find them. And don't wear your clothes inside. Get rid of the clothes. That's the other thing about lead paint is all the dust. Don't get in your car. Don't do that stuff. Get the suit, take it off, throw it away with it, and that way you don't take all that lead dust with you, or the asbestos dust for that matter.
Yeah, my grandfather was a house painter. I know you have a house painter in your family tree,
my
too.
My grandfather was a house painter. Okay. Yes, he was in Connecticut. My father's dad.
And mine was in Connecticut as well. And he was actually he was in Jamaica, New York. Jamaica, part of
mine was in
Queens.
Middletown, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, anyway, but he used to lament the loss of lead in paint because he says it's when we lost all the good color in paint. But where this case is concerned. True. Does he have to, if it does turn out to be lead, does he have to get it all off, Tom, or could he encapsulate it in new paint when he's done with this project?
Yeah, I personally would not strip it, and if you're stripping it down to try to save the cedar and do a stain on there, that's going to be an impossible job. You're just going to drive yourself crazy. But yeah, usually what you do with lead paint is you get everything loose that's off. And that's it. And then you encase it with the new paints, and that's perfectly acceptable, especially on the inside of a home, because the least amount of disturbance you do on the paint, the better it is for everybody. So don't disturb it if you don't have to. Just wash it, paint over it. It'll be fine. In fact, it'll hold on forever. But his question was about asbestos, and I don't think that's in the paint. I just think lead would be the bigger issue, and I would handle it like if it was a lead issue.
All right. You got a question? Tom will help you handle it the best way possible by going to HomeShowRadio.com. We'll help you out. Click right there on that blue Ask Tom button, and you video or question it. You see this next form come on? There it is. You can fill this out. You can attach a picture and multiple pictures. We'd love to see them because it helps us do a better job. If we saw a picture of those shingles, Tom, I'll bet you'd have a better idea what he's up against. So
yeah, I would have liked to have seen them. Absolutely.
Yeah. So go ahead and send us pictures. It helps us out, and we want to help you. And Tom loves doing it. That's why we do this. We post a new one every day at Home Show Radio's Facebook page, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel, and of course, HomeShowRadio.com.